Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Cheryl Lentz, and tonight we're going to begin with our second part in our series, How to Craft a Graduate Thesis or a Doctoral Dissertation. Tonight's focus is on Chapter 2, the Literature Review. The purpose of a literature review is simply the ability to research via scholarly avenues what already exists about your topic and problem statement, and to delve deeper into how your study will contribute to the larger body of knowledge. The point is not to duplicate what's already been done, but simply to find an existing gap for which your study will contribute. Remember that a literature review is not simply a historical book report or about either your company of study or your topic of study. Instead, the literature review exists to justify the research problem by providing the current known knowledge, evidence, or perhaps lack thereof, as well as the theory or theoretical framework that is behind or to frame the study. Think of these as offering your reader a perspective and context. So let's begin with first your introduction. Remember that each chapter, whether it's a 5-chapter series or a 7, you're going to need to be sure to integrate an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. In this part, we want to be able to talk about the introduction of your study with regard to the theoretical frameworks and your problem statement so that we can do some historical gathering of evidence to find what's already there and to find out where you're going to offer the piece of the puzzle that perhaps might be missing. So think of this purpose as the ability to be on the same page with your reader. You might start with definition of terms. Remember, some of the things you may be discussing may be very specific to your study, so help your reader with defining those specific terms and make sure that you have clear evidence or quotes to make sure that you share where those definitions are from. Second, you want to be able to look at the topic in your problem statement. Make sure that you understand your problem statement is what's going to drive the train. So be able to look at how your problem statement is going to look at your problems for study and how that may affect the theoretical frames, theories, and context for which your problem will serve. That's where we really want to get into this research, is looking at journals, looking at articles, looking at evidence and research that already exists, and to put it in the content so you can justify the relevance and the importance of both your study and the theories for which you're going to offer. Next, let's again look at the summary aspect. The whole goal of being able to put this idea of the literature review is to offer this idea perhaps in a chronological sequence so your reader can see what's already out there in the most current literature. Remember, the most current 3 to 5 years, for you to be able to offer your reader what's already been done and what you're going to contribute as part of your study. So I want to thank you for joining us as we look through the 5-chapter or 7-chapter series and how to craft a graduate thesis or a doctoral dissertation. So thank you for joining us for this evening. We look forward to having you join us next week when we'll look at Chapter 3, Methodology. Again, my name is Dr. Cheryl Lentz, and I want to thank you for joining me. We'll look forward to seeing you again. Good luck as your dissertation continues or your graduate thesis as you work towards finishing up this journey in your education. I wish you much luck and success. Thank you.